Well, good morning, December 4th. Beautiful morning. Well, I made another addition to now this here was a point that I found, and I thought, well, why not make a lure out of it? So I used knife and file and I fashioned it into a hook, but then I realized before I cut anything off, why don't I see if I can make a lure out of it? So, yes, I look forward to trying it. That's the newest addition to the Champlain bead necklace. I might try to put a notch in this, I don't know. And now at the beach, this bone had washed up. It is still strong, and I thought, why not try to make a needle like the Maritime Archaic people did? So I actually did. I just used this little knife right here, and I basically made that hole there, and now I'm going to use this file here on the Swiss Champ to cut that. Now the bottom of this here is actually a metal file on the bottom, so I should be able to cut this bone no problem at all. Okay, that part's going to be a needle. I'm going to work on that do some more filing, narrow it down, and maybe I'll put that on the bead necklace too. But this other leftover part, I'm trying to think of what to make of this. Now, I know how the Neolithics made, for their big fishing, saltwater fishing, they would take a large bone of a deer, carve it down, and turn it into a hook. But it was a big hook. Now this little one here, this little piece of bone here left over from my thumb down, I'm going to see if I can make a hook. Make a bone hook, like a long shank and a short, and then the short hook at the bottom of it. And I'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, some animal upriver went to heaven, and this ended up down here, so I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to utilize it just like the Maritime Archaic and the Susquehanna would utilize bone for tools as well. This here is more, I might even, when I'm done, I'll probably end up donating these to the St. John the Baptist. Saying, here, you got a bone needle and bone fish hook, just like the Maritime Archaic would do it. Yeah. Yeah, this here piece of bone has a lot of strength to it, so it will make a good sewing needle, and it will make a good fish hook. Yeah, you know you're bored when you're doing stuff like this, but when you have Oh God, I have looked at so many hundreds of artifacts from all the various ages that in the back of my head, could I emulate them? Could I make them? And would it allow me to understand those cultures better? And it actually did. I'm just sorry that we do not live in the same age when life was so plentiful. I feel like we live in a lifeless desert compared to what those early cultures experienced. Yeah. The Great Watershed Period, when the ice cap melted and the Bay of Fundy formed. There must have been so many animals, so many mammals, so many birds, so many fish. Life must have been really good. If there were, let's see, by the time of contact, there were roughly 24,000 Micmac people living in what's now Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. The life must have been very good. Yeah. All right. I'll get back to what I was doing, and a recap of this. I wanted to make this point a little smaller, but that would weaken it down. And I thought, well, I had a dream catcher with these beads already on it. They're all shellacked and perfect, so I think they'll make a good lure. I use parachute cord strand and wire and leather. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can experiment and actually catch a fish on this one. Alright, that's enough of this video. I will get back to having more fun.